A 29-year-old woman from Limpopo has created a groundbreaking emergency and crime-fighting app. Mapula Mailula from the Ga-Maja outside Polokwane designed the innovative app to help users report crimes and request medical assistance with ease. The application also uses a USSD code for those who are not using smartphones in a country where crime statistics remain alarmingly high, especially of incidents involving women and children. The cell phone app can call for help at just the touch of a button. The app allows users to instantly send emergency alerts in a time of distress to nearby authorities with live location tracking information for immediate help. It also helps request ambulance services for urgent medical help. We are joined by the inventor, Mapula Mailula, who gives us more this evening. Mapula, very good evening to you. Congratulations on your innovation. Thank you so much for joining us. What inspired it?
Thank you so much for having me on air. What inspired me to have these applications is the things that were happening around me as I was growing up, things that were happening around my village, like accidents, like people were getting abused and gender-based violence incidents. So people were requesting for help at the stations, as we are reporting at Limpopo police stations. So it takes time for people to get help, and even the police might also not come to the incidents. And as we all know that you report to the stations, and they might sometimes tell you that we don't know where you exactly at. They have to just call you and to ask you where are you. And also, when they have to find you, they have to ask you the nearest, is it a shop, is it a school that you are at? Mm-hmm. So they sometimes get lost when they have to be looking for you, and they might even ask the culprit your direct location. Yeah. So what inspired me for creating these applications is the things that I went through as a young female who grew up without a mother. So I went through a lot of things that made me think that I couldn't get help for that time. So I was thinking that this application will help other females who grew up like me, other males who grew up like me, and other children who grew up like me, and also other villages around South Africa, other villages, other cities, other suburbs or locations. They can also get access to this application for a better South Africa for all.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Tell us about the process. What happens when someone sends an alert through using this app?
If you, after downloading this application, you will just have to log on the application and also send your request to the station. So you just sign in the application, and you will be on the home screen, which will be showing the buttons like you in danger, mm-hmm. you experiencing rape, you getting abused, like getting, for instance, like getting beaten or something like that. Yeah. So if you're in great danger, you'll just select on the panic button, and it will go straight to the station. They will be having the system on the other side. This application has a system that's going hand in hand with the application. So when you request, instantly they get your request, they get your full details, they get your direct location, and what's bothering you. So it also has the EMS option, where you'll be able to request from the private sector or the public sector. So it will only be depending on which hospital or where you want to be requesting at.
So were there any challenges you faced, Mapula, in terms of getting the app integrated into that official emergency response system? When you say, it's a click of a button and you've got that information, what steps did you have to go through to ensure that happens and that the accuracy is as confident as you mentioned?
The difficulties I'm facing right now is me getting the stakeholders so that the application can be used to all the South Africans. So the difficulty is me getting the funding to do the application. It's not much of funding that has been needed or that also still needed now by far. So the challenge is now that I have to get to the stakeholders so that I can be able to request, I can be able to build the system and also make the app to be accessible for every South African citizen.
So has there been any real life experiences so far where someone has been saved or assisted in a crisis as a result of the app, or is it still too soon to tell?
Yeah, not so soon to tell, but then I can shout out to Honesty Gonya because he has been honest with me along the way since I had the first interview with a radio station around Limpopo. So he has called and asked to be part of the application. But then we had an agreement to show that the application is belonging to Ms. Mailula. So
okay.
Also
Mapula, what I mean by that question, perhaps you didn't understand. Has anybody been able to use the app at a time of need and get help? Have you heard people talking about it and experiencing it that way?
No, at the moment, no one has been able to access the application. Hence, I've said the application has to be connected to the system. That system has to be at the facilities I'm talking about, the hospital and the police services department, and also the firefighters department. So by far, we cannot be able to access the application because it has to be connected to the system. So I need approval to those stakeholders so that the application can be ready to be used by everyone.
It's a brilliant innovation. Thank you so much for talking to us. All the best with those next steps, because this is definitely going to change the safety and, of course, response time when it comes to emergencies in communities. Thank you for your time. Inventor Mapula Mailula.